Okay, look, let's analyze this because I heard somebody say this and I really had to sit and think and go, damn, they might be right. Like, let's take out the GOATs, people from the golden era that's still doing their thing. New rappers, I don't care what coast we on. Do we have a superstar?
No. And the reason being is because now in today's time, there is a cult following for any person you like. So back in the day when you had Pac was the biggest thing. You know what I mean? You had other artists as well, but they were the biggest things. If you knew Pac, everybody knew Pac. Now you could know Lil Ski, whatever the fuck, right? And he might have 250K on Instagram, but you might go over here and nobody knows who the fuck he is. So with the emergence of social media and the whole cult following thing, it gives you the ability to only tune in to exactly who you want to. Therefore, it kind of blinds you to the rest of the people. I think that's a big part of it, is that due to that and having the ability to say, I want to listen to him or I don't want to listen to him, we're not going to have one person that we say, okay, this is the guy that everybody knows, because we just got too many choices now.
I think Nip could have been, I think before Nip died, he could have took the lead because he was a part of the new school. You know what I'm saying? He could have took that lead before his demise. I think Nip was on his way of doing that, unfortunately, you know?
You know what? Because when I think superstar, I think when they drop, the game stop. Like everybody else pushed their shit back, like, damn, I was finna drop this month, but such and such dropping. We gotta wait now. He on his promo run. Like you said, he finna go hit Hot 97. He finna go hit Power 106. He finna drop this video on 106 in Park. Oh shit, he got a tour coming. Like this whole season might be over because such and such dropped. That was happening back in the day. DMX went platinum twice in 1 year. Twice. He dropped 2 albums, 1 calendar year. They both went platinum. That's superstar status. These niggas is going quadruple wood. And I know it got a lot to do with streaming. But even with the streaming, like you said, as far as a movement, what movements do we have? We had Dipset, cult following. Wu-Tang had their cult following. And they all had a superstar that was leading it. So you had like the co-stars, the Lloyd Banks, the Tony Ayos, but at the top you had 50. You had Jay-Z, Rockefeller. Yeah, they had Beanie Siegel, they had Freeway, Chris and Neve, Young Gun, but Jay-Z,
Snoop and the East Siders.
Snoop. We have no new suit. Like the closest thing we have is maybe a Lil Durk, and Lil Durk is low key. His buzz starting to like die off. He's not really shutting the game down like that.
What y'all think about this? Because when she just said about movements, what I think about the most recent movement I can think about is YSL, and what happened to them. So I feel like the government, law enforcement has also found a way to kind of put a stop to those movements. Do you get what I'm saying? To a certain degree as well, with these RICO charges, all these drawn out cases, they've done it time and time and time again. Not necessarily saying that YSL is a positive movement that is like, you know what I mean, groundbreaking, because I don't think by any means it's close to a lot of the other movements we had in the past. But if we're talking about modern day movements, that's one of them. You had the Stink Team, but they was on them niggas tough as well. Like, so any of these movements that are kind of prevalent, the police get involved. Obviously, it's got something to do with the people rapping as well, but they taking lyrics and really turning it into something else, and they killing these movements.
But look, to even bring up Stink Team, Draco the Ruler, Show brought up Nipsey. Let's be real. When they were alive, they weren't superstar status. They were regional stars. Nip was starting to break through the surface, but let's be real. He skyrocketed after death. Draco the Ruler skyrocketed after his death. So they became martyrs due to dying. The same, but see, I was gonna say the same way Big did, but nah, Big was a superstar already. He already had the East Coast. So they didn't like have the stardom that they got after they died. Their death catapulted them, because now it's like, oh shit, I want to go consume everything they ever dropped. I want to watch every interview. How was I sleep on them? Damn, they was really dope. So now the rest of the world who wasn't paying attention to them because of them being stuck in the West regionally, now they're tapping in. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like a Eminem, or like, we don't have that. I can't name one person outside of Drake, and that's looking shaky right now because of K-Dot. Even K-Dot, like K-Dot's a star, but I wasn't viewing him like that. Like, oh shit, Dot finna drop. The game is over. It's a wrap. Like, everybody chill. Like, all right, K Dot.
Happy will be though after they not like us vibe. I think now everybody's anticipating when the album gonna drop now. So I think now it's on him now.
Right now, yeah. Like, somebody said Wiz Khalifa. Wiz was on that. He was on that borderline of being superstar. Like, if he would have stuck to his Cushion OJ, his Taylor Alderman, like if he would have stayed in that bag and stayed doing the collab tapes with Currency, Wiz was on his way to being that next thing. But I don't know, somewhere along the mixtapes, when he got with Amber Rose. Amber Rose fucked up his legacy, bro. He got Amber Rose pregnant. The bitch was doing slut walks, and they like, Wiz, what the fuck? And
you know what though? I think that bringing up Wiz, that's random, but he honestly, I think was, I don't know if you remember the song "See You Again," super big radio hit, right? He has, if you go to his discography, he has multiple songs like that, where in my opinion, that made him more famous than the Cushion OJ, Taylor Gang shit.
What?
It was those radio hits that took him mainstream. No, I fuck with it. That's classic mixtape to me. But I'm saying like average consumers, I think they got hip to him with those poppy songs. Like White America got hip to him with those poppy songs. I don't think they was rocking with him on Kid Frankie, because that niggas like me
was crazy.
But I think that back then it was still very much blog era mixtape. When he started doing that other shit, when he was on award shows and doing all that, I think that's when he became mainstream. But that's just my opinion.
That whole rookie class was fire because that's when they had Freddie Gibb, Nip, YG. That rookie class was fire.
Big was in that I think Big Crit. That was like the 09 rookie class.
09,
yeah.
That was the last like of the Mohicans. Like we had some joints in that motherfucker. I think
J-Rock too.
Currency might have been in that motherfucker. Like it was some
J-Rock too.
What y'all think about? Because I feel like too, why rappers today is just maybe not is passionate is because they just trying to get a bag and get out of here. It seems like a lot of it today is more money driven than even trying to push a message and have a purpose. Most people is like, okay, I'll just stay locally famous, get a bag, feed my kids, and I'm cool. I'm not necessarily trying to deal with all of the extra shit that comes along with being the #1 star in the world. I feel like most people are just trying to get in, get their money. They like their little fame that they got, but they don't have the effort to go further like the people back then did. You got niggas now that dropping out of rap beef. So it's not as serious to people today as it was back then. I feel like it's more so now a vehicle to get to content creation and other things, to where back then this was your bread and butter. You were a rapper today.
Think about it. How are rappers getting money today? If you don't become a social media personality, you're cooked.
It's over.
Because they don't get paid off music now because of streams. So money off the album sales split, gone. Tour money, depending on your deal, gone. They're not getting that. So you got to either get some merch, and they're not buying your merch if they don't register with you as a person, because now we got Instagram, now we got Twitter, so they can follow the artists directly. Think about it. When we came up, you had to go through another outlet to reach the artist. We had to wait for the latest XXL. We had to wait for the latest source. Like, think about before YouTube. You wasn't even seeing niggas. You didn't even know what some of these niggas looked like. If they was on the underground, MF Doom went like damn near a decade. We never seen his face. But he was crazy on the underground. Now, I just wake up and oh man, what Fabulous doing? Yeah. Oh shit, let me go see what Nicki doing. Like, if you're not keeping me entertained, it's out of sight, out of mind. So they have to become they damn near got to become your friend via social media to get money. Because like, hey, I need you to buy my merch. Well, shit, if you ain't giving me no content, I ain't buying shit. And and with the streaming, I can't sit down and make a masterpiece when my counterparts is dropping new songs every other day. It's like the content game. We could sit down and do one podcast a week, and that shit be classic. You got 3 million podcasts that's dropping 10 clips a day. You're gonna get lost in the algorithm.
But that's where, exactly. And that's where you have to look at it as microwavable and then oven cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? It's like either going with quality or quantity, and that's where you got to find a balance at with some of these superstars or some of these rappers. I think today now with the newer generation, I don't really think they care much about the substance. I think it's more so what everybody else like. If it's popping on social media, it's tight. It don't even matter what they talking about. If the kids love it or if somebody can dance to it, it's a good song. That's it. That's all.
I think we living in a crazy generation because I think the Gen Z rappers are going to be some of the most regretful rappers. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of a lot of the traditional things that we've done and we went for in rap. They are saying fuck that, and that's like the kid that some kids don't go to prom and then they say, "Damn, I should have won," or "I should have walked the stage," or whatever. It's gonna be one of those things.
That was me. That was me. Didn't go to prom. Didn't walk the stage.
Yeah, I was cool. I went to one prom, but it's like one of those things where I feel like a lot of Gen Z rappers is gonna look back and be like, "Damn, I should have went to that award show," even if it's fuck them. It's like this is a part of it to a certain degree. So I feel like a lot of them are going to miss out or just regret a lot of the decisions they made from being too nonchalant.